Cool. We here?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Let me get.
If I never mind.
I'm gonna.
I like it actually just. Sorry, I'm talking to Aaron. I actually like it like that, just like with a band like that, where it's white.
Well, it's like, why is there two things on their necks?
True. You can't just like take white and just paint it in.
No, because then it paints everything.
No, I'm just saying.
I can just delete it and then repaint it in
yeah, that's
white.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can't just take the pen tool and just go over it with white on those lines.
I mean, maybe sometimes it just doesn't look very.
All right, yeah, you're the expert. I don't know why I'm telling you how to design shit.
I'm not an expert. I can do the pink. I'm just gonna erase it and fill it in with white.
Guys, like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. Like my backdrop.
Yeah.
Thanks, huh? All right.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Let's see. I invited him right now. He should be jumping in right now. Said he has to switch computers real fast.
All right.
That's not what I wanted.
Let me shut off fucking notifications, all my shit.
I put you on I don't know what I did. Let me go back over here. Where is this at? Turn off all your well, it don't matter. We have notifications on or not. Forgot.
No, it's on my side. I just don't want it popping up in front of the screen.
Yeah.
Have notifications in Slack and everything else, so it doesn't get annoying.
You can't see me, right?
No.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What time's the baseball game come on?
5:20. All right, right now I have the video as unlisted.
Okay.
Let's wait till Neil gets in here.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you gonna do? You want to ask a question? I ask a question, or
however you want to handle it, man. I just think we try and keep it as natural as possible. Just have a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, I think just keep the question list that I made like just kind of as an overview. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If we hit it, we hit it. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the big question everybody wants to know is like, what's and going in quarter four, what is like the big, like, what should you design for going into quarter four?
Yeah, everybody wants a secret sauce, bro. Like everybody wants to know, like, you know, what should they plan for?
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Sent you the invite.
Where'd you send it? In the Hangout or?
Oh, I sent it to Neil. I'm waiting for him to come in.
Okay. Are we taking questions from the audience, or are we just talking to Neil?
That's another thing too. I think we probably just go and then see how we feel. Like, what do you think?
I think honestly, man, like, you know, if we've only got an hour, like, let's try and keep it focused. I feel like when we start reading off questions from the audience, it kind of slows everything down.
It does.
You know, maybe if we have a little bit of time at the end, we can take one or two questions, but like, let's try and keep it focused. You know, just have like I said, have a conversation. I mean, that's That's what Gary does, man. Like, he doesn't go in with a set number of questions or anything else. He just kind of wants to find out the shit he wants to find out and talk to somebody.
Yeah. Find out the value.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious what he has to say about like the new modules for Merchant Former and everything else, like where he thinks the real value is and how we should be using them to, you know, to maximize that shit.
Okay. I haven't really messed with the new modules. Like,
I haven't either. I haven't touched them. Like, I mean, because part of it is it's historical data. Like, so they just started keeping track of that data. So it's not really going to come in handy until next year.
Yeah. Where's he at? Sales are slow today, huh?
Yeah, we're at 10.
I was at 19 when I got off. I closed it out, but I was at 19.
Yeah.
And then I sold my first coffee mug today, so that was pretty cool. I sold it at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Late night shopping with wine.
Or early shopping.
Or early shopping with wine, however you want to do it. Yeah. Did you see that guy deleted that comment?
He did?
Yeah, he waited an hour, came back with like this weak response, and then like people started laughing at him. He deleted the whole thing.
Yeah, let me see. He said, "Give me the link to the chat." How do you do that? Oh, okay. Man,
there's Neil.
I need
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we can.
I got like cords going everywhere. I don't ever use my laptop.
Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Cool.
What's up, Neil? What's going on?
Not much. How you doing? How you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
Tired. I cannot believe I screwed up the time on this so badly. I know we talked like I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be 3 p.m. my time. I'll be done with the gym, no problem. And then I was like, dude, we're doing this in 2 hours, right? And you're like, no, dude, in 5.
Awesome.
Because we communicated about it, and he was like, no, I said 4 o'clock your time is 6 o'clock my time, or something.
Nobody can keep that stuff straight.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck it was.
RJ, are you in a garage or like where are you?
The backdrop.
RJ's in the bat cave right there.
The bat cave.
Yep, the bat cave. We were talking about this as soon as I got on. I was hey Matt, you like my the backdrop? Pretty cool. Huh? Got the dolly right there.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in the garage.
In the garage, I like it.
Okay, let me see is it going? We're going. What's going on? All right. Let me post it in the groups. Yeah, I just put it public, right? Like about 2 minutes ago or 30 seconds ago.
Okay.
Did it even pop up yet? There it is.
See RJ's face in YouTube right now.
Picking my nose.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll be posting in the group. Where the heck?
Live now.
Yeah, Neil, I like your mic, man. Your mic sounds.
Does it actually work? Dude, look at this. I got a nice one over here, but it's connected to my desktop, which I don't have a what do you call it? Webcam.
Oh, gotcha. So you just have to use the laptop.
Yeah, like a 5-year-old crappy one.
It's the Logitech 920. It was like $50 on Amazon. It actually works pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, I just need to get around to it.
I think we're at the very end. We're just gonna like pick someone random in the chat, and they get the subscription. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
All right, cool. I did get a new monitor though, which makes uploading to merch awesome. It's like huge.
Yeah, that was a game changer for me when we got off just my laptop monitor and had an additional monitor. Like not having that extra screen is a killer.
Oh, I know. I don't. I think I had 2 screens maybe like 5 years ago or something, and ever since then, it's just getting on a laptop again. It's weird.
Yeah,
I'm just used to the extra space.
for sure.
We got 6 people on. 7. I gotta put you to a, like, you can delete comments and stuff now on the.
Yeah, I saw that. I guess you can like pause the chat by hitting the Alt button, and you can like freeze it so you can delete people or kick them.
Are you guys looking at the chat from YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I literally just opened that.
Did you make a post on Instagram, RJ?
Oh no. Well, earlier. What I put? We are live. Merchant farmer. Oh hi.
Oh hi.
All right, we're up to 9 people. So this is the thing. I think a lot of people are gonna be watching the World Series. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't
mean,
follow
it's what it is.
baseball,
No.
but it's been great. We went out to eat the other night when some game was playing. Hell if I know, but packed. And I was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
It's been one of the craziest World Series like in the last probably 10 years or so, like probably since that Red Sox Yankee series. So it's been wild.
It's like one of the best World Series I've ever seen.
It's gonna be even better watching all the Dodger fans that came out of the woodwork if they go down tonight. You know, I'm gonna laugh my ass off on that.
The game, I think it's game 7, right? Final game.
Game 7. Yeah, first game 7 at
Yes.
what's it called? Chavez ever.
Mhm. All right.
Where are you at? Where are you at, Neil? Where do you live?
I live in Colorado, so I live in Boulder, which is just
Okay.
a bit north of Denver.
Right. Okay. That's where you're from originally, or?
No, I'm actually from Wisconsin. So
Okay.
just moved out here about a year ago.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah. I lived there for pretty much all my life. Which one of you guys is listening to speakers, by the way?
I've got my headset on. Are you
I
getting
got my
like an
headset
echo or
on.
something?
Yeah, I'm hearing like feedback. I don't know what it's from. Let me see if I can.
Maybe it's the echo in the garage. Just hear my garage.
Just got those fuel units.
Or the Amazon return. Amazon returns it back.
Took out one of the AirPods. Maybe it's just a little bit of reverb from having both of them in.
The AirPods. How are those, by the way?
They're like magic, man. Like I own a pool service, so during the day, like I've pretty much got stuff in my hands all the time.
Okay.
And like I've dropped these in the water probably 4 or 5 times, like 10 feet down, and literally like you pull them out and just dry them off a little bit, throw them in your ear, and they just go to work. Like
That's
they're
awesome.
bulletproof.
Is the pool service kind of like dead during the winter here?
No, I mean, because I live in California, so it's kind of a year-round thing. Like they don't shut
Okay.
down pools like they do in like Wisconsin or cold areas. So it's busy for us all the time.
Ah, cool. Good.
Alrighty. Now let's get this thing. Guys, do me a favor. Everybody that just joined the chat, if you guys can go ahead and press the like button for me, and then go ahead and share the YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. And thank you for doing that. If you guys do that, I appreciate that. It means a lot. All right, so I'm RJ, guys. If you guys don't know, that's Matt. Say hi, Matt.
Yep. What's up, guys?
And then we got our special guest. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
Hey.
The important one.
dun.
The what? The what?
The important person here.
The important person.
Yeah. So, okay. So Neil, if you want to go in, of course, we're going to start it off with how did you find out about Merch Informer? How long you been doing it? And just go ahead and give us the background on everything.
You mean Merch by Amazon, I
Oh.
think?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, all right. So late 2015, I'm doing FBA. Just started FBA and absolutely hating it because I have products stuck in customs. I can't talk to my Chinese suppliers. You know, just problems here, problems there, and dealing with customer support was just the worst thing ever. I'm getting returns. So I had a business partner at the time in another business, like the affiliate business that I run, and he sends me a link from TechCrunch about Merch by Amazon and how it had just launched. So I'm reading through and I'm like, okay, I have no idea how to design anything, but I don't have to hold any inventory, so I don't have any money tied up, and they do all the work and they talk to all the customers. Like all I need to do is just throw up some images. I was like, that sounds like the best thing ever. So I signed up and got accepted. And I had Photoshop on my computer. So I opened that up and I didn't have any idea what I was doing. So I just dragged and dropped a few things and created some PNGs and put them up. And I'd say within a week, back when like no one else was on, things were selling immediately. So that's when I knew that it was definitely a winner. And from there, I just started hiring people to outsource as much as possible to grow as quick as possible.
Nice. Okay. Also, was it in 2016? I seen you in an article. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So right before we actually launched Merch Informer, I wrote about Merch by Amazon, like the whole program on the Entrepreneur subreddit. So if you're familiar with Reddit, not really sure. But anyway, so I wrote about that, and a journalist from CNBC emailed me. He's like, hey, I read this article because it was at the top of the sub that day. It was doing really well. And she's like, I want to do a story on you. And I'm like, okay. I didn't think it was actually anyone from CNBC, but it was from a CNBC email. And then it went out like the next day. And it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy because when I first started, Merch by Amazon, what happened was I went in, I was like reading articles, and your articles were one of the first ones that popped up, and you kind of inspired me in a way. And
nice.
I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, what is he doing? I got to figure this out. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just go full blast and see what he's doing. And I kind of just read what you were doing and went from there.
Yeah, it's super easy. Like once you understand how it all works, it's just it's so much better than FBA. I think you still do FBA, but man, I was not a fan.
No, I don't do it no more. I'm not a fan either. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, let me see. We got 20. Yeah, if you guys are just joining in, please go ahead and press the share button for us. We'll be giving a free giveaway at the end of the video too as well. So yeah, Matt, you have any questions for him? You want to throw one out there?
I think he lost audio, is what he said in the little chat.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, I
we
can hear you.
now. Oh no, how long you out? Are you good now?
I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't hear crap.
It's being weird, huh?
When'd you stop FBA?
I stopped it about like 6 months ago, I believe it was.
Okay.
Then I started doing. I
literally still have products sitting there that I just need to just pull and get rid of. It's every few months I get those fees, man. I'm like, I should really do something about this, and I never do. And I never do.
I did. I got a fee of like $1,500, and then I'd start. I was like, oh no, I forgot about this, because I wasn't even paying attention to it, and I was like, you know what? Let me take these out of here. So yeah, I took them out and no more fees, but I'm still making sales.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let me see it. Matt, you still there?
We lost him.
Yeah, let me see. Where's he at? What happened?
It is the GoFundMe chair. Look at that. Thank you guys. I still can't believe. Did you see that? Ken Real crowdsourced me a chair because I was sitting in a lawn chair. I thought that was a joke, man. I went to bed early and I woke up the next day and it was like funded already. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
That's the chair
Yeah,
right there?
man, it's so comfortable.
You got a little pillow too?
It's got a little head pillow.
Oh man. Okay. Well, he went out. I don't know what to do. He's disappeared on me.
I still see him down there.
Yeah, I do too. That's weird. Sorry, we're having Matt just like he's lagging out for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh, I sound laggy too.
Sound fine to me.
Yeah, let me see. Everything okay, guys? Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Hello. I see him, but he can't hear anything. Yeah. Oh, I don't see him anymore. I think he just left. I think he's probably restarting or something.
Okay. Because he said, well, they said I sound laggy too now. Okay, I'm good now. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. So basically, you're just out. You have everything outsourced right now, or how's that working?
So pretty much, yes. The vast majority of my stuff's outsourced. I still do most of my uploads myself, just because I kind of have trust issues with a bigger account. Outsourcing that aspect to someone I don't really know.
Yeah.
But I've been super kind of lax on that, and I've been super lax on that for a while, and then maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was like, okay, I should really get back into this, uploading as fast as possible again, because December is always like the best month.
Yeah, that's another thing that we want to kind of touch base on too. Once we get there, is December, fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. Yeah, man, I hope it's as good as previous fourth quarters, but they're kind of scaring me with all their throttling and the merch dashboard update.
Yeah, man. Like I never been in fourth quarter with merch like full-time uploading, so I really don't know. So like honestly, like I'm learning a lot right now from you by talking to you, and a lot of people are gonna learn a lot too right now. So
last year was incredibly insane. Like,
yeah,
it was just maddening. We were doing like 3,000 to 5,000 shirts a week. Like on the, and I was like, what the hell? It was crazy, dude.
Yeah,
it was absolutely insane,
man. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And then like let's say with like price points and stuff like that, let's say when you're going into fourth quarter, like what's your strategy with price points and stuff like that?
It's to do what other people are not doing. So I mean, when I first started, everyone was listing in $19.99, and I don't know if you've seen these shirts. They're pretty cheap, and I was like, it's highway robbery to be charging someone $19.99 for an Anvil shirt that is really not that high quality. So I saw that because I outsourced all my designs, right? Well, the majority of them, I did the first like 100 myself. So I saw that if I listed at $14.99, now this is back before the price increases, I would make about $4. Matt, you back?
Matt,
I still don't hear him.
I'm not sure what. I hear you. I don't have him muted.
I don't have him muted either.
That's weird.
I have no idea.
I just heard something from him.
There he is. I hear him.
Oh, we hear you.
I hear you.
I don't think they hear us. He hears us.
Well, I just heard him.
I know.
We hear you. We hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
back to the story. So I'm still paying $4 per design, right? And back then, if I listed at $14.99, I made a little over $4. So I kind of saw it as a zero-sum game.
Okay.
So I just listed everything I had at $14.99. Now, when the prices increased, I also increased my prices. So, $14.99 became $15.99, and then they increased it again. So $15.99 became around $16.99.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that too. So I started off what I was doing when I first started. I was doing $11.99, and then I will bump it up to $16.99.
Okay.
And then that second month, then I was bringing it back down to $14.99, and they're going crazy, and they were still making sales. And I was like, you know what? Let me just upload to $16.99. I was following your strategy, and I was like, okay, $16.99 is that sweet spot, because who's gonna list a shirt for $16.99 without reading one of your articles? You know what I mean? So like, I would never think that. And that's the truth.
Well, see, and here's the thing. I did so much volume when I first started. I was outselling everyone else I talked to like 10 to 1. And when you're outselling people that much, like you might not be making as much money as they do per shirt, but I was getting all the reviews while they weren't. And the reviews are what just helped me just absolutely crush it in Q4. Because I mean, I was outranking everyone because I had like, 1 to 5 reviews on a ton of my shirts.
Yeah, another thing too. Yeah, so when you get a review, you automatically rank higher than the other person for the most part.
For the most part, I feel like once you get a review, they're going to continue selling pretty much no matter what. Like even if 10 people copy you.
Yeah.
Is that?
Sorry, my bad. Sorry about that. He was trying to figure out how to get in and get mad. He's like, man, forget this.
I wonder if he's like restarting or something.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Okay. All right. And then okay, so the next and then when you like, that was a pretty smart move on your behalf on starting Merch Informer.
Dude, I was spending like 6 hours a day sitting in my computer just typing in just who knows what into Amazon and opening up like hundreds upon hundreds of links, going like, I look at my desk, and like, okay, there's a knife on my desk. So I type in knife t-shirt and I open up the first 20 results, go to the second page, open up all the results, the first like 10 pages or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I go in and I look at the BSR and see like what's selling, what's not. I'm like, I have other businesses that I still run. And I'm like, I need to free up some time. So that's kind of why we made it, is to free up a bunch of time. And then it's like, as time went on, when we needed something and it could be made faster, made easier, we just included it.
Yeah, honestly, I use that every day I'm kind of like outsourcing my research now, but when I'm using like Merch Informer, like I'll use that to get an idea of what's making sales. And then I'll just go in and dive in and start doing my own research. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things too as well. So on your behalf, like, what do you do? Like, as far as research, how do you dig into a niche? Like, what's your take on that?
So before, I would say I looked at around 100,000 to 300,000 BSR, because I found like, we're talking about sweet spots. It's kind of the sweet spot of there's not too much competition, but it's also where people are spending money. So they're physically opening up their wallet and paying Amazon, and then we get the royalty. But as soon as I went up in tiers, and kind of lately I have so many slots to fill, and I'm also working with like other people who have merge accounts, and we have those slots to fill. I'm kind of looking at a higher BSR range, because now that everyone's going for 100,000 BSR, I'm like, well, I'll just go 500,000 BSR. Because I mean, if I have 8,000 slots and I sell, one shirt a month, but there's 8,000 slots filled, like 8,000 shirts a month is still way more than most people are doing. And that's really good money. And no one is going for those niches. They're not looking at them at all. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, is the longer tail keywords.
Yeah. Okay. So you usually shoot from like 800,000 and below. Basically.
Yeah, I would say around 400,000 to 600,000 is probably the new price point. But I mean, not price point, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Well, it just depends on what I'm looking at, because I mean, I have so many slots to fill. I just whatever piques my interest.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like also too, like I noticed too, like I had a shirt that was at a 1 million sales rank, and then it shot down to 300,000 when it got a sell. So you take that into consideration. Like if you're passing up when you're in the higher tiers and you're passing up all the million sales ranks, like you're missing out on some profit too there as well. So
agreed. Well, it's funny you speak about that. We put in historical data into Merch Informer, because that was driving me nuts. What I would do is I'd find a niche and I'd be like, oh, great, I'm going to outsource it, right? My designer would take a week to pump back like 100 or something designs. And then I'd go back through and I'd look and I'd be like, okay, these designs haven't even sold us. Like this niche has not really sold any more shirts in that week, and now the BSR is like 1.5 million. Like now I'm wasting my time, but I have these shirts, so I have to upload them anyways, and they don't always do something. So it's helpful to see kind of the ebbs and flows of the BSR.
Yeah. So perfect example, because the new update that you came out with, that's going to be good for us next year, right? Because, yeah. Okay.
Because that's really good for like trending and seasonal. Because what we were doing before is looking at, you know, kind of, because I'd go in and I'd search in like Halloween design, right, like 4 months ago, and there would be, of course, no Halloween. No one's spending money for Halloween 4 months ago. So what I would do is I would go onto like Pinterest or something like that, and I type in Halloween t-shirt. I'd write down every single phrase I saw, so you'd get like, you know, 100 or so of them. Bring it back in Merch Informer, see if they even existed, and then I would get them created based off that.
Okay, yeah. So that's gonna be pretty good. So like, for example, with that module, you can do October. So next year, 2018 October, you can do October 1st to October 31st and see what shirts are making sales that whole month, huh? And then go in and make different designs for that niche.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
Okay. What tier are you at right now currently?
8,000. 8,000.
That's your personal account?
Yes. Yeah. It's been that way for a long time because, you know, they switched over needing, you know, 80 to 85% filled. I'm so far below that. It's not even funny.
How many uploads do you try to do a day? Like, what's your thing on that?
There's no set number. I mean, it depends on what I'm working on. I haven't worked on my own personal account uploading wise in a long time. Like I said, I'm just getting back into it. So I have a little less than 2,000 uploaded. Okay. But a lot of those were lower price points. They've been up for a while and they have reviews on them. So, you know, they just continue to sell. And I don't really have like too big a dips, even though I know we've all been seeing really bad sales the last few weeks or months.
Yes. And I think, well, what's your take on the throttle part? You think Amazon's throttling a lot of the listings since last month?
Yes. Yeah.
Like at the beginning?
I mean, they have to be. I mean, it's a print capacity issue, right? So you have Marvel and Disney and now Coke taking up tons of print capacity. And I think the Jersey Boys were talking about this either this morning or yesterday. It's like, what are they going to do? Are they going to sit in a meeting and say, okay, well, we're going to piss off Coke today because we can't print their shirts? Like they have an obligation to fulfill them first, and then us, the little guys.
And honestly, too, I'm thinking like, who's wearing Coke shirts? Like, who wants to wear a Coke shirt? But
and they're going crazy.
Yeah,
that's what I don't get. But hey,
exactly. Let me see where he's. Let me see if he's in the chat.
I think he's just typing now. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in here. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not sure what happened. All right. Okay. Are you working on? How many accounts are you working on? Like, does the family have everybody in the household have merch accounts?
I just live with my girlfriend, and she has a merch account. I'm actually doing that. I don't know if you've read it or not. The case study trying to get her out of school debt.
Yes.
Which I have to write again, so it's not like a week and a half late, like every other time I write them. But yeah, so then my business partner is from Bulgaria, and then we have a lot of contacts there who have merch accounts. So over 10, let's put it that way.
Dang. And what's the average? Like, what's your goal when you first, for example, okay, we're going to get into like the lower tiers too, like the questions from 10 to 25 and the 100 to 500. So what's your goal when you first get a merch account? Like, what's your strategy? Like, if you don't mind sharing that with us, because a lot of people, so 10 tier, 25 tier.
Yeah, that's it. I don't even care until it's in 500 tier, because like nothing else matters. You can't make for the vast majority of people, you can't make real money in the 10, 25, or 100 tier. The 500 tier is when things start opening up. You know, you have 10 uploads a day now, I believe it is. And that's when you can actually start making like, I don't know, $1,000 a month, which is significant. don't really care about this account made $100 this month or $25. I'm like, I don't care. I will price as low as possible and just try to get them as quickly as possible tiered up, which kind of sucks going into Q4 since no one has any idea if they're going to tier up again.
So what you suggest is just putting everything at a lower price, like
So,
11.54.
Yep. I mean, that's what we'll do, and then I'll have them either post on like social networks. Pinterest is great if you know what you're doing there. Reddit is really, really good if you understand how Redditors think. Otherwise, they will eat you alive. But definitely using social or I mean, sometimes you get a hit shirt, you jump on a trend. Like there's one account, I think it was like a 25 tier maybe, jumped on the what was it? I don't kneel. Yeah. The I don't kneel shirts, and I mean that account sold like, I don't know, 75 of those. So bam, right there, that gets him out of the 25 tier.
Yeah, Ken, he jumped on that on his shirts went all crazy.
He did well during that trend. Very, very. He stayed up all night making those shirts. All night, didn't sleep. I woke up really early, like 6 a.m. or something, and I'm like, "Are you still up?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just finishing all the uploads right now." Like, oh my god.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, you probably had a headache the whole day. Go to sleep for 2 hours, wake up with a headache. Yeah,
worth it though. The money he made is pretty crazy.
Okay, so what? So like 1,000 tier. Once you get to the 1,000 tier, you think that's when you start making money?
I would say 500.
500.
500 is probably when you start or have the ability to make real money.
Real money, yeah. And your goal is too. So you want to get over that $1,000 a month point. That's like your main focus once you start getting the account going.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah,
okay.
I'd say.
All right. And then how about like let's say with SEO, like when you first when you upload something, because you said you're doing the upload, right? Still uploading.
Yeah.
So your knowledge of that has to be pretty good. So that's if you're still doing that, like.
Well, because so my background is in affiliate marketing, right? And I essentially what I would do is I create these giant like 1,000-page websites on a specific niche, so like fitness or something like that, and then I would try to answer everyone's questions based on keywords, right? And I try to get those ranked in Google. And in order to rank them in Google, you have to have search relevance here, and you have to actually have a good listing. It can't just be pure spam. So essentially, what I would do is I kind of took my mentality from there, which was look at what's already ranking in Google and see what their weak points are, and then make a better article with more information that actually answers all their questions. So bringing that over to merch shirts, essentially what I'll do is I will look at, okay, I have the design in the same niche as someone else. It's a completely different design. Don't copy anyone. But they are in the niche, so they are trying to go for the customers that I'm going for. I'm going to look at probably the top 10 to 20 best-selling designs in that niche and read their bullet points. And I'm going to pick out all the keywords that have anything to do with that niche. And then I'm going to kind of look for what have they missed? Like what synonyms have they missed? Or maybe someone's typing in, cat shirt or kitty shirt, right? But they don't use the keyword kitty. So I'm trying to look at where they have kind of failed, and then I put together my listing of everything combined. But what I usually tell people is to, when you're actually writing your bullet points or titles, like talk out loud to yourself until you get it. So it doesn't sound like a bunch of garbage, because like real people are going to be reading your listings and deciding if they want to purchase it or not. And if it sounds like super terrible to you, it's going to sound even worse as someone who's like, I don't know if I should buy this shirt. This sounds like someone from, some third world wrote it. I don't know if I trust this listing, and move on.
Yeah.
So that's kind of.
Just buy my shirt now. Don't buy it now.
Click the buy now button. Stop
it. You're wasting your time. Okay, so with your SEO stuff like that, let's say with your strategy, the way you do it, that exact way that you do it, like would you say like it ranks? How would you let's say like in a big niche, let's say you have 3 pages of shirts. Would you rank on the first page because the way you did it exactly, or like
only 3 pages of shirts? Yeah, I'd say I'd probably rank on the first page because you hit all these different kind of keywords, and it's not always like first page, right? Because you might rank first page for some super long keyword no one's typing in, but if someone's typing in cat shirt, you might be like on the 98th page that it doesn't even display.
Yeah.
So the whole point is to get a bunch of keywords in your listing without sounding spammy so that you can rank for a multitude of keywords. So it doesn't really matter what a customer types in. You kind of show up everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So like, okay, say like if you don't even have that, let's say you have 2 of the keywords, and then you have in the bullet point, you have another keyword, but they end up typing that long tail keyword in, you still rank pretty well because you're using that actual keyword, correct?
Right.
Okay.
If I understand you correctly, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, just making sure. Let me see. What else? Let's see. Okie dokie. Okay. You have any like favorite tools that you like to use at all?
Uber Suggest is pretty cool. So what I do there is that Uber Suggest is kind of like a long tail keyword sort of thing. So you just type in like dog and it'll shoot back like, I don't know, 1,000 different keywords relating to dog. And then I'll scroll through there and I'll look through anything that's even mildly related to Amazon or products, and I'll toss them back into like our product search and see what exists. But other than that, not really.
Okay. You're just more of like a brainstorm, like you just brainstorm, huh? Just go off, start whatever flows, you just go with it.
Well, it depends. So if I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to research or I don't have any single niche, that's why we built the keyword tool in Merchant Informer. Essentially, I'll go over there and I'll type in some, open-ended phrase, and then a bunch of phrases will come up. So there'll be like 100 different phrases, right? And I won't use those phrases at all. I'll just look at like the niche. I'll be like, okay, dogs, cousins, trees, animals. I'll just write, and then I'll take those specific niches and then dive into those. I won't take the phrase itself. Okay. So that's kind of my starting point when I have no idea what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah, because I know sometimes like when you like trying to look at like research and stuff like that, like you just go brain dead. You don't know what to do. You're just like, man, I don't even know what to look for today. Gotta think a little bit. So
I know.
Yeah. Okay. With the pricing strategy, okay. Let's say with the new account, okay, you're at 1154. Why do you think like customers buy the 1154 shirt? Like they seem to buy that shirt a lot at 1154 price mark. Is it because it's just the lower price, or like what is it?
Yeah, I mean that's why we all love Amazon, right? We don't all love Amazon because they just sell shirts. We all love Amazon because we buy a lot of stuff on Amazon, and we know that their prices are going to be cheaper than going to the store and purchasing something. So I mean, when people are like, "Oh, but they're going to see it as a cheaper option or not as premium," like, yeah, maybe the top 1% are going to look at it that way, but like 99% of people go to Amazon because they have cheap prices, and I want to capitalize on that.
Yeah, exactly. And also too, like when you kind of search by, like, let's say when you click on the right hand corner, when you search by what bestseller or highest to lowest price, the lowest to highest price seems to be like the first option. You notice that when you start, like,
I know what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever done that as a customer, to be honest. I just kind of scroll through. I'm like, does this ever? See, this is the thing. As a customer, I do the same thing. I look for the reviews. I look at the little image. Do I like the way that looks? Like, no, keep scrolling. So, yeah. I don't think I've ever. Have you done that?
No, I haven't. I look at reviews. Like when you go to Yelp, when you want to go eat somewhere, I look at the reviews.
Exactly. And it's hard to get reviews because only like, I don't know, 0.5% of people leave them. So you have to sell a ton of shirts in order to get a single review. And you're not going to do that pricing at like 20. I don't know. I was reading something the other day. And I was like, well, I price all my shirts at $24.99. I'm like, that's great. Have you sold one this month?
Yeah, exactly. And also too, like when it starts making sales, like you notice that it starts going crazy. I have a shirt right now that sold 5 times today. I'm pretty sure you have a shirt that probably sold 20 times, 30 times. But I have one shirt that sold, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a Thanksgiving shirt that's going to catch fire. But it sold 5 times. It sold 3 times yesterday. But it's continuously selling between 2 to 5 times a day. And nice. What do you think about, let's say if the sales rank gets below 50K, do you think Amazon actually shares your shirt like on social media and stuff like that more, or how does that work, you think?
I have no idea. I mean, they might retarget customers via AMS because, like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but AMS ads, the ones that show up at the top, if they are not filled by someone like us paying for them, like Amazon has that space anyway, so they're going to use it. So I've heard some people are like, oh my gosh, Amazon's like running ads to my shirt. Why would they do that? It's like they have unfilled ad space. But
Yeah.
I have no idea what rhyme or reason they use to decide which they run. But if that shirt gets under, I'd say like 20K BSR, I'd start raising the price because it's free money at that point. You're not going to just stop making sales completely.
Yeah.
If you bump the price by, $1 or $2, you're still going to make the same amount of sales because it's kind of like taken off already. It's just free money in your pocket.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's say, for example, okay, now if you have a shirt at $16.99, would you bump it down to, let's say it's making sales 5 times a day? Would you bump it down to $14.99 and then see what happens?
No,
there?
I'd probably.
No?
I might. I mean, I might, but generally, it's like, okay, this is selling 5 times a day at what, $16.99. So what's that, $20, $25? I don't really want to lose out on 25 times 30 over the month. So I don't know. Sometimes it just kind of depends. I like to play it safe because I like money. I like to make sales, and sometimes you bump the price up, you bump the price down. It kind of just like kills the shirt. And you're like, I have no idea why I did that, and then you're just disappointed. Okay. Really, all
right
depends.
there. Neil's been doing merch by Amazon for a long time, so that's very important. Like he's been in the game for what, like how many years?
Two now. Yeah.
So he has a lot of experience. So when you're first starting off from the lower tier, so 10 tier to, he says, go 500 tier. He's all,
the goal is to get, for me and the people I work with, to get into the 500 tier. So like once you're in the 500 tier is when you can actually start making more than a few $100s.
And this is coming from, so if you don't mind me asking, how much last year, how much did you do like in, is it okay to put the profit number out there if you don't mind? For one account?
It was over 6 figures. So it did well.
Okay, so this is coming from a guy that's done over 6 figures in 2016. And yeah, so that's big right there. So your main goal is to get across that 500 tier. I would follow him.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You can either sit there at 10 or 25 and say, I value this design, which is also a funny point. I don't understand why people value these simplistic designs so much. I mean, they're whatever. So they're super simple designs, right? And they're going to be like, well, I value this design too much to cheapen the product. I'm like, okay, so you could sell 3 or 4, maybe you get lucky, maybe sell 20 shirts this month at the 25 tier. It's like, how much money is that? 20 shirts, it's like $100. So you could either make $100 this month, or you could grow your business as fast as possible by tiering up and then make $4,000 when you actually have slots to fill. It's like there's no reason to go slow when you can, why walk when you can run?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. What's the highest tier that you've heard anybody get into? The only thing I heard was 10K.
I know some people with brand accounts, so I don't think I'm allowed to say, but they're very large.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know a few people at 10K.
That was my next question too. With the brand. Okay, what do you think about putting everything under one brand? What's your take on that? Because I know on your actual blog, I follow that and stuff like that. I followed that from the very beginning. Kind of just what I do is see the title, and then I'll cherry pick the title and make it make sense in the brand so it sounds professional. That's what I used to do, or what I do. And I'm
still doing it.
You're still doing that?
I'm still doing it because I think merch wants more of like a branding concept. But at the same time, I mean, they're bringing all these big brands on, and it does help with ranking still. I don't know why, but it still helps with ranking. And I mean, at the same time, us individual content creators, we're not some giant brand, and we're going to be able to fill the slots and come up with, hit the trends a lot better than, Coca-Cola can, because we can move a lot faster. I think that just kind of helps. So while I'm still doing it, I think merch is kind of looking more into the branding direction. But for now, I'm just doing what works, which is what I've always done, I guess.
That makes sense, though.
But I'm not going to tell someone not to go the branding route. I mean, there's a lot of pros to that too.
Yeah, I honestly, for like the last 2 weeks, I've been uploading to one brand. Okay, and I've been testing it. So I have, let's say, I have over 4,000 live designs. Let's say 2,000 of them are the exact way that you do it. The exact way that you do it, I done it that way, like 2,000 or 3,000 designs, probably more. Okay, but for the last 2 weeks, I've been putting them under one brand, and what I see is that when you go on the product page, it's kind of like retargeting the customer, like when they scroll down.
Well, see, that's the biggest pro is at the bottom there. They're going to say like, see other things from this brand or whatever the little tagline is, and all your other shirts are going to pop up there. But I don't know. I mean, if you did a dog shirt, right, and the person's looking at a dog shirt and they scroll down, they see a motorcycle the shirt, they're like, why the hell am I seeing this? I don't even ride a motorcycle. So, I mean, Amazon needs to get better at their targeting. I mean, there's just so many different avenues you can go, and I'm not saying one is the best or you should do one that way. I'm just saying this is what I do currently. I mean, I've thought about doing the one brand thing, but I don't really see it as super pro to push me there yet.
Yeah, and then that's the next thing too. Like I've been running AMS ads to the actual brand itself.
Is that working?
I think it's working because it's making sales. I'm not sure. I've been
their reporting is so bad. I wish that we'd get some actual like analytics.
Because I'm getting clicks. I'm getting clicks for sure, and I'm actually making it's actually getting sales on a couple of the ads. But then the other shirts are making sales. But there's no way I'm like, okay, I'm running an ad to that, but it's not tracking it. So I'm not sure if it's because of that or it's because it retarget them, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure what.
Right.
Maybe it's just a good design.
Some of the people I've talked to, myself included, I feel like when you run AMS ads, you like start getting sales and you're like, I want to keep this AMS ad running, but the sales never seem to line up with like your actual sales that you're making. And it's so hard to keep track when you're running paid traffic if you don't have any analytics to actually base your decisions off of.
Yeah.
So,
and then it can get expensive too if you're not paying attention to it correctly. It's like Facebook ads, like you can go all crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, you're spending $20, $30 on just one shirt.
Okay, so quick side note, I was one of the first people to get accepted to Pinterest ads, right? Back, I launched like 2 or 3 years ago now, maybe longer. Anyway, I was like the first 100. And I logged in. I'm like, this is really great. I'm going to test it out on this product that I was selling. So I set up an ad. And they're like, I didn't set an end date or no, I didn't set like a cap on the amount to spend. And I woke up to a $500 bill and no sales because it just spent all my money. And I was like, this, oh my God.
Bill me in 2 weeks.
So yeah, paid ads can be great when you get them working, but you need a lot of data to actually like nail down what's working.
Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for Amazon to actually allow us to put a pixel on our like stores. You seen that?
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen because I mean that kind of takes away the control from Amazon, right? And they want to take control of everything, every industry. They don't want you to connect with the customer. They want the customer to be connected with Amazon.
They want the email. They want the phone number. They want the address.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's say who'd you follow? When you first started merch, like who did you follow for all this? Like when you were doing all this, like who did you follow that inspired you to actually start designing and putting out stuff like this? If you don't mind me asking, like, or did you just?
Honestly, no one. I mean, I didn't even know any of the Facebook groups existed.
Wow.
So my inspiration was to stop FBA. I hated it that much. I'm like, I need to make money and I need to do something other than this FBA thing, which I was not a fan of. And I'm not a designer. I still am not a designer. And the first designs I ever put up were just god awful. Sold so I could actually tear up. But like other than that, I just outsource all my design work because what I'm good at, and I let people who are good at something else do that.
Yeah, exactly. Let's say, going into quarter 4, what do you think are like, what should people be designing for? Like, should it be trend? Like, should it be holidays?
I think evergreen is where it's at because holiday shirts sell well, like if you get a hit. But I feel like Christmas is coming up, and in Christmas, people buy things for friends and family and loved ones that those people are into, which are evergreen hobbies and such. They're not like, oh, this person's really into dabbing Santa Clauses. Like, no, oh my gosh, my cousin really loves camping. I'm gonna buy them this, camping shirt I found on Amazon. Like evergreen is where the money is at, I think.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a fish shirt that your dad wanted when he seen it on Amazon 2 months ago. He wants it for Christmas, so I'm buying him that for Christmas.
Exactly, because it's something he enjoys. It's his hobby. It's not like a trending. No, don't me. There's tons of money in trending. I mean, I need the eclipse trend. Have you spoken to anyone who made a bunch of money during the eclipse? Oh my God, $40K a week.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That's crazy.
Matt, he did $13K profit for the month of August.
Nice.
And he was where he was just following me, and like I was kind of just showing him what to do. And like his second month, he was just following what I was doing.
No, he posted about that, and I think I screen capped it. I think it might be on my Facebook actually, because I was like, oh look, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, I've been doing this for 2 months, 3 months, and then you come in, boom, and just blow me out the water.
Well, so, I have a friend who lives in a third world country. So, during the all the politics and stuff, he made, I think it was a Trump shirt. A single shirt did 12K. Did 12K in 1 month, one shirt. I was like, man, I should have jumped on that trend. Something I completely skipped, right? Banging my head against the wall.
Okay. Okay. What do you recommend people to, let's say, for like books or any, like, what's your favorite book right now, or what's your favorite book of all time?
Favorite book's The Hobbit.
Hobbit?
I think I've read The Hobbit like every year since I was like second grade.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Hobbit's a good book. I don't know outside of that, man. It's weird. I used to read a lot of books, and now that I do the internet thing, I mostly read all my content online, which is kind of sad actually, because I like reading. But if anyone has any recommendations, drop them. I'll read some stuff.
Sorry guys, I had to hit him with one of those questions. One of those questions.
Oh, I've read the 4-Hour Work Week. It's a little bit dated, I would say, a little bit, but it's mostly just kind of inspirational. Like, oh, you can actually outsource things. Like most people have no idea you can do that.
Yeah, like a lot of these big companies, like Walmart, Target, and all them, they don't want you to. Amazon, they don't want you to know that they outsource.
Oh, I know.
These credit card companies, they don't want you to know that they outsource. You know what I mean?
4-Hour Work. You know, another inspirational book that's actually kind of like the 4-Hour Work Week, kind of related, is called The Dip. I don't know if you've ever read that. It's like I have it right here, I think. It's by Seth Godin. Can you see that? Dip.
Yeah, I see it.
It's about it was like $5 on Amazon or something. But it's about like, you're doing business and it goes really well for a while, and then you're like, oh, it's not going so well, and it's the dip, and then it's like you pull through and you do what you have to do, and then everything's great again. Yay.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's really like common sense, but good book, I guess.
Okay.
Unscripted. I'm looking at the chat on my other monitor.
Okay. Okay. So what's the like with your merch business, like what do you suck at? Like what's the one thing that you're not good at and you can't do it at all?
Can't do it at all is designing. I mean, I'm a sad excuse for a designer. I'm pretty good. I'm very good at keywords. Good at the research part. That's kind of why we built Merchant Farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just the designing. I hate uploading. It is the most boring process. I just bought like a new monitor, so it's 34 inches wide, and I just open up as many tabs as I can actually physically see, and then just go through upload. Just hours of that. You're just like, I am so done with this. So that's the worst part for me. Hate it.
I hate uploading too. Here's one thing. My VA, my uploader, she told me, she's like, dear, I'm expected December 1st. I'm having a baby. And I was like, huh? And then she's like, I was like, does that mean I have to upload for 2 weeks or what? And she's like, yeah, you're gonna have to upload for 2 weeks, dear. And I'm like, oh man, I don't even sound right now. I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. I was like, what am I thinking? Yeah, congratulations, by the way. And it's a boy, boy or girl.
Do you really trust them to upload? Like, I can't get over that mental barrier of like, I've had this account like the longest, like this is doing the most money. Like, I just don't trust people that much.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, with her, like I tell her, like, okay, like this is a long-term job. Like, if you're gonna keep this, like, we got to be careful what you put in, because if you put something wrong, it can mess up the account. So she had 2 rejections so far.
Okay.
And
See, that's probably the thing I'd be the most worried about is the keywords and stuff. Like, I feel like 98% of people don't even understand how to go to test and type in like, whatever the phrase is on their shirt to make sure it's not trademarked. And if 98% of the people in the Facebook groups don't know how to do that, like, there's no way I'm trusting someone else to do that. If they had sub accounts, though, I would definitely work on training someone. Because I mean, I have people uploading to other accounts, but they're not mine, so I don't feel the connection to it.
Yeah. Okay. So I just got my grandpa account, so I'm like, here you go. Upload to this one. Yeah.
Are you giving him the designs though, so they're like kosher and you can put them up?
Well, what I'm gonna do for now is like I'm gonna give like, okay, I get 30, I get 29, you get 1. I get 29 designs, you get 1, because he's in the lower tiers, right? So there's no need for me to actually outsource it completely, like you said. I'm probably wait till I get to like tier 500.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's so easy when you have two a day. 2 a day takes 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you start getting 10 a day, 20 a day, 40 a day, then it's like, oh, this is a time sink. Now I actually have to commit.
Yes. And then you realize you've been at the computer for 10 hours and you get in trouble. You're like, man, I don't want to be here no more. Okay. Let's answer some questions from the audience in the chat, and then we'll just do the giveaway and go from there. Let's say, okay, because everybody's complaining about from 10 to 25 to 100. Just make a quick 2-sentence statement and what they should do on getting out of the lower tiers. Hit with it, Neil.
1, you should make your shirt as low as possible, so price as low as possible. 2, do what no one else is doing, and that's market your shirts. Go out there and actually put them in front of people instead of waiting and having wishful thinking. That's it.
Okay. So AMS ads, right? Just to get out of the lower tiers, run some AMS ads, get out of there, and gone.
Exactly. I mean, AMS ads is just one avenue. You could run Facebook ads. You could do free things like, I don't know, buy 10 shirts, give them to a local charity. I'm sure the local kids would love your free 10 shirts, and you can write that off on your taxes. Like, now you're into the 25 tier. Now, I mean, go to your local pizza place and say, hey, you want to make a deal? Like, I'll print you 25 of your pizza shirts for base cost, and they'd be like, oh, that's great, because I usually pay $15 a shirt, and you're like, well, I'll do it for 11. Okay, now you're at the 25 tier, now you're in the 100. Like, just, I feel like people just sit there and they just wait, and they're like, oh man, I really wish I was selling a bunch today so I could tier up. It's like, well, what have you done? And they're like, nothing. And you're like, you can't just expect Amazon to do everything when you're in the lower tiers.
Yeah, exactly. Here's another thing. Here's one thing that I completely it just came to my mind right now. My cousin is a big Howard Stern fan. You know who that is?
Yes.
Okay. Stern fan. He actually had a following like in a Facebook group, and I was like, wow. And he came out with his own taco business.
Okay.
And they all supported him. And it was Primo's Tacos on a shirt. Mine says Decent Mexican. Well, it says Primo's Tacos on a shirt. Okay. And they all wanted to support him, so they all wanted to buy shirts. So what I did was upload. I completely forgot about this. You just brought it to my attention. I uploaded Primo Taco shirts to my merch account. 30 shirts that night across the East Coast, because he made like a YouTube video he made a couple YouTube videos for the Howard Stern fan page. And I was like, what is this, man? What group did you add me to? Because they do like some crazy stuff. And they ended up buying like a lot of shirts, and he had a lot of support. And I was like, wow. So there's one right there.
Dude, I had almost the same thing happen to me. So when I was in like the 100 tier, this was a long time ago. I'm on Reddit. I'm on some some subreddit, which is like a sub forum. Okay, and I see that this one design is like, it's just a shirt, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for this certain subreddit, and it's like the top, right? Everyone upvoted it, and I was like, that's like 3 words on a shirt. So I can type 3 words. I open up Photoshop, I type 3 words, I post in the subreddit. I'm like, look guys, I found this for $11.99, right? And then me and my girlfriend went and got Indian food, and I come back and I have over 50 sales on that shirt. I'm like, well, that paid for dinner. But right there, I mean, 50 sales because all you did was you found the market, you saw what they wanted, and you just gave them what they actually wanted.
You just dropped the link and left, huh? Affiliate marketing?
Yeah, there you go. Except everyone trusts Amazon, though, so it doesn't look like you're being a scumbag. You're like, hey, guys, here's a shirt on Amazon. It's really cheap, and it's exactly what you're looking for. So if that's what people like, they're gonna buy it because it can be there in 2 days with Prime shipping.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's crazy. 50 shirts in one day just off of 3 letters, and you just dropped the link? Oh,
yeah, I just dropped the link and left.
That's crazy. Okay, well, let's go into a couple of questions. We'll answer what number, 5 or 10, Neil?
It doesn't matter.
We'll do
I'll try to answer them fast. We can do 10.
Okay, we'll do 10. Tips for Pinterest.
Follow people in your niche that are actually responding to comments and liking things. So if you look at a dog pin, right, you can see who liked it. Like, follow those people because they're actually interacting with content. You want people who interact with content so you can build your account.
Yeah. Okay. So with your actual you should do a video on that because I'm kind of sure I'm not sure what you're talking about exactly. That'll be a good video. That'd be a good one for Merchant Former.
Yeah, I could actually do a video on that pretty quickly. So that's a good idea. You bug me on Facebook if I forget. I'll probably forget.
I'll send you a message. Don't worry.
All right.
Okay. So John, buy the first 10. No. Okay, here's the good one. Do you guys add your affiliate code to your shirts when you do your promo? Or is it against
it's not. You can double dip. You just can't run paid ads to. I don't think you can run. Maybe you can. I use it if I'm putting it on a website or such like that, but I'm not going to run it. I don't think it's against Amazon's TOS, but it's going to be against the TOS of like Facebook if you're running Facebook ads, something like that. So I only it's a double dip essentially if I'm putting it on like a website.
Okay. All right. Because I actually ran a couple affiliate link ads and I didn't get no commission from it at all. And I noticed like it didn't do nothing. And then one time I did get my affiliate account locked down. So
yeah, they don't really like you spamming your links around.
Yeah.
So I'm saying when I put it on a website, I own the website. So it's my traffic source.
Yeah, okay.
Not just I'm gonna put my affiliate link on all these Facebook pages and then spam it on Reddit and then put it in, Pinterest, blah blah blah. Probably not the best idea.
Yeah, that's crazy, man, because a lot of people don't know the power of the internet. Like if you drop a link somewhere and like in the right place, like you did, you can sell 50 shirts, you can sell 60 shirts, you can sell 100 shirts, you can sell 2 shirts. Like you sold something by dropping a link somewhere.
Exactly. And at that point, if I'm actually going out there and posting links, like I'm not trying to make a ton of money. I'm trying to get tiered up.
Yeah, exactly. All right. You guys have any questions for Neil? I only got one question so far. Someone's all show me your bullet points. That's a shirt right there. There you go. What's the...
You follow, about the following using Pinterest. Just follow as many people as you can each day. When you first start, you're gonna hit like a block, so you'll only be able to follow like 50, 100, maybe 300 people because there's like not enough people followed you back. But like every single day, just follow as many people in your niche as possible because that's how they're gonna follow you back, and those are gonna be the people that see your stuff.
Okay, and then where do you learn more about how Reddit works? That's another video right there, Neil.
I wrote about that.
Oh, you did?
Quite a bit. Otherwise, the best thing to do is head over to reddit.com, sign up for an account. It's free, and just like click around. I mean, there's literally, so Reddit is basically a giant forum, and then there's things called subreddits, which are essentially sub forums, and they are on anything you can imagine. There's cars, you're selling this. There's an FBA. There's an Amazon merch one that I run. There's animals being jerks. There's just a bunch. You can look at rabbit pictures all day if you want. There's just anything you want to learn or see on Reddit.
Okay, how about other than merch by Amazon, what's the second platform that she would what's the second platform you'll go after merch? What's the
kind of start on Etsy? I think Etsy's going to be, they have a giant market outside of Amazon, that they have a market that is actually willing to pay more per shirt because they think everything is high quality because of the handmade. You know, that's what Etsy's been for ever since it launched. So that's kind of where I'm focusing a little bit of my time. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Yeah. What's the highest what's the the most sales you made in the day, or what's the their monthly revenue on Etsy, if you don't mind me asking?
I literally just started it. So I haven't even gotten a single payment yet, but I mean I've had some sales.
Yeah, okay.
And having that amount of sales without doing any marketing or anything, with only 10 to 15 shirts up, it's a good sign that I should actually be putting some time there.
Are you you just doing shirts, or what are you doing?
Shirts and tank tops.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's get another one up here.
Animals being jerks is hilarious. Everyone should go to that subreddit.
Okay. What's your take on the long sleeves and the pullover hoodies coming out?
I don't think we're gonna get them for a long while. No. Because Amazon's having, well, I mean, you can clearly see they're on Amazon right now for big brand partners, but with all of the issues they're having with printing capacity, I don't think the little guys are gonna get them for a while. I'd be super surprised if we got them before Christmas. But
have you got any? Did you get the shirts yet? I mean, have you got the sweaters yet?
We'll see. We'll see. I know a few people who have. Let's put it that way.
Okay. How often how many rejections have you got so far, Neil?
Rejections or pulled down?
Let's do both.
Okay, rejections, a lot. I have no idea the amount. Pulled down is probably under 20-ish on the main account. I mean, I take that back. Probably a lot more than that. I don't really know a number because I had a bunch of swearing shirts up, a lot of cussing shirts because they sold so well. People connected with them, and then I started losing them, and then I'd pull some down, and then I'd forget a few here, or they'd pull 7 down at once, and I'd be like, damn. So I think it depends on what tier you're at, because I mean, if you get 10 rejections or granted 10 pulled down and you're at the 10 tier, they're just gonna ban you. But if you're the 8,000 tier, the 6,000 tier, and you get 10 rejections, it's kind of okay, you made a mistake. Figure out where you made that mistake and then don't do it again.
Yeah. Okay. So I had 21 rejections with the shirts, and probably about 5 takedowns. But they're more worried about. I think they're more worried about as long as you're they know that you're not trying to do wrong. Yeah. I think they know that.
Well, I know a guy who got 50 rejections in one day, or maybe it was 40 rejections in one day because he put something in his description, and he put them all through. I think it was 40. So 40, right? And they all got rejected because of one keyword that he put in his description that was trademarks or something that he didn't catch. So he got 40 in one day. Still not banned. He's doing fine.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay, let's see another one. What's the easiest way to upload when you're uploading shirts?
Open as many tabs as possible, and then go to each tab, upload a shirt, go to the next tab, upload a shirt, go to the next tab, upload a shirt, and then just keep going back through your tabs. That's kind of how I do it.
All right. So I sold my second shirt on Etsy tonight. Good job. Are you outsourcing from the Philippines? Where are you outsourcing from, if you don't mind us asking?
Most of them are from the Philippines. I think I have one VA from South Africa.
South Africa?
Sounds about right. Most of them are from the Philippines. I find that, 1, they work super cheap. 2, I can actually communicate with them really, really well, which after talking with some Filipinos that live in the U.S., that's because they learn English when they're 3 years old. So it makes it really easy to work with if you can actually have a conversation with them.
Yeah, okay, cool. How'd you get the South Africa one?
She applied to one of my jobs,
Okay.
and the way I do my job listings is I go through and everyone who like failed to listen to my job descriptions, I automatically kick out, and everyone else I just hire for like 2 or 3 designs and see what they come back with.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much about it. Does anybody have any other questions?
Merch elephant. Yeah, it does actually improve ranking, but there's kind of like a tipping point, and I don't know what that tipping point is. So repeating keywords definitely helps, but if you repeat it too much, then it's like considered spammy, and that it has a negative effect. And I have no idea where it is, but that is why I usually tell people. I usually copy my title, and I'll paste it in my second bullet point. So it's like copy paste my title, and then that's where I do the is printed thing, which I saw your video. I know you don't do that anymore, but I still do.
Okay. So the bullet points, of course, like the same exact way that you do it on the on your blog that you did on Merch Informer, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
yeah, Zid. What's your question? I'll answer real quick.
Yeah. Where's your?
No,
we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to hurt your feelings. I think I know. I think I know who he is.
Use the new keyword cloud by picking a date and then clicking search, and it's going to tell you all the keywords, 1-word, 2-word, and 3-word phrases that top sellers are actually using to make sales. So it's kind of like a historical data thing, but it's a calendar of the keywords that are doing best on a specific day.
See what strategy, right? Long sentence. Keep. Did you see it right there?
Yeah.
Did you see how you wrote that?
Yeah. I write mine in sentences, full sentences that make sense. They're not super long. They're pretty short and concise and to the point. There are a lot of shirts that are ranking with spammed and unreadable sentences, but Amazon has still not gotten it together, and they will. I mean, things take time. So eventually those people are going to get banned or dinged or something's going to happen to them, which sucks for us now, but eventually they will be dealt with, is kind of my understanding.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, buddy. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Keyword cloud is in Merch Informer, and the ones at the top with the amount that they are used in the listings is going to be like the most used keywords. And then you go down the list, and it gives you a count of how many times they're used in the top sellers.
Okay, Abraham, where do you find bulk niches, keywords to make designs for, and keywords to make designs for?
I use Merch Informer, which we created to see what is actually selling on Amazon, so I know where customers are spending their money, and then I can go and give the customers what they actually want, which is a better product, aka a better design.
Yeah, I think honestly with like research and stuff like that and finding designs, it's more about like the first thing I do, honestly, when I get to my computer to do research is I log into Merch Informer. I do, what is it, the Merch Hunter?
Yeah.
And I do the top 1,000, and then I do 100K to 300K, and then I just go off of there. Okay. Now you guys got to understand there's a niche, there's a sub niche, and then there's a phrase. Does that make any sense? So sub niche is, let's say, cat, and then sub niche will be cat and wine, and then the phrase will be like, I love to stay home with my cat and drink wine. And then you go into that with that niche, that sub niche phrase, and you see the competition. You know what I mean? If that shirt's making sales, then we'll flood that niche. If there's only 10 people in there, or 10 people competing against you, and flood that niche and just go in.
And half the time it's like drag and drop clip art, right? So like, I don't know if you do your own designs or not, but you could easily pay someone $5 to $10 to make something way better, and you can price it competitively and take their sales.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know nothing about designing. I honestly don't.
Yeah, there you go. You're the same boat then.
I was like, clip art. Oh, okay.
Well, I remember clip art back when I was in like elementary school or whatever. They had that like, man, what was it? Inkscape or something. I don't even know what it was. It was like this dumb little program that we all like to play on like the old Macs, and they had little clip arts.
Only thing I know is Oregon Trail. That's it.
Oregon. There we go. That was a good one. Oh man.
Okay, there's a good one. How long does it take for Merchant Farmer to track keywords to start tracking or using the tracker and keywords?
The merch tracker,
Merchant Farmer.
once you put in like the actual ASIN, then it's going to track it every day. It's going to put a kind of a data point on that graph. So you'll come in tomorrow and you should see a bullet point there. So 24 hours.
All right, guys. We're gonna do the giveaway. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's done. We're all done answering questions for now. And then whatever you guys have questions on, I will make videos for. Throw me an idea. I'll tell Neil to make a video for us. He's pretty cool about that. He's very laid back, as you can tell. Okay, so I have the Merchant Farmer link down below right here. Of course, there's the little coupon code that he offered me. I didn't even know who he was at the time. Just being honest.
Were you like the first guy I reached out to? I reached out to like 10 YouTubers or something. I was like, hey, it looks like you're making videos on Merch by Amazon. We should talk.
No. I actually started making videos when I started making sales, and I started seeing stuff increase, and I put your link in my YouTube, and then people started signing up. I can't be telling my tricks. Okay, so if you guys haven't shared it, or if you guys, there's 43 people in here. There's only 13 likes on the video. You guys are hurting my feelings right now.
I haven't even liked the video. Here, I'll like it. There we go. 14.
Well, 15. I liked it. Just like it.
16.
Okay, and if you guys do me a favor, share this video. It's gonna help me out. It's gonna help Neil out, and of course, comment me, and we're gonna start the giveaway right now. So we'll give it about comment me as many times as you want in the chat, and we'll go ahead and give away 6 months. Right? We're doing the 6 months.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I'm busy reading chat on another monitor over here. Yeah.
Okay. So type in me, and then we're gonna give away a 6-month subscription to Merchant Farmer. And then I think we're gonna let Neil be the bad guy. And let him pick.
No! It's not my channel. You're picking, man. I'm not doing that.
I'm just kidding.
Oh man, look at him coming in now. Jesus.
Oh God. And we are gonna pick. Let's put this on Snapchat real fast, and we're gonna pick the winner of the free 6-month subscription to Merchant Farmer.
Wait, you have a Snapchat too?
Yep.
Dude, you're like on every single platform out there.
Got to keep this hustle going. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh snaps! We will go. Stop. Okay, let me scroll up, make it fair. Let's scroll up a little bit, and I'm gonna come down to the person. Okay, we're gonna go. Here we go. Stop. We'll do all right, Wendy Jones.
Wendy Jones.
Congratulations, Wendy Jones.
Get RJ your email, and then he'll shoot it over to me, or just friend me on Facebook. We can figure it out.
Yeah. Just if you want to send me the email, and then or just send him an email or whatever, and we'll go from there. And you'll get your 6-month subscription no matter what. Okay. Just contact. Perfect. All right. I appreciate it, Neil. Thank you for your time.
Of course. Let me know if you need anything else, man.
I'll be sliding in the DMs real soon.
Plus. All right. Catch you later, man.
All right, man. Have a good night. Everybody, thank you guys for joining the live chat. Appreciate it.
Thanks
you guys have a good night.
Later.